welcome back to my channel. It's Holly if you're new. So today I'm actually going to be doing something a little different. It's called the Going Green tag, and I was tagged by the lovely Keri of Naturally Keri. I will tag her channel down below. But basically this is just a series of questions kind of to give tips and tricks to viewers, explain why we all begin our green journey. And from my understanding, this was started like months ago, so some of us are, well, I know I'm new. I think some of the other girls are pretty new too that have been recently doing it, but so I thought it'd be cool to participate and kind of share my experiences. So I have the questions on my phone. So the first question is, what started it all off for you? So that's kind of a long story, I guess. So my boyfriend, his mom is actually super into organic. You know, she eats only organic, non-GMO. She is a personal trainer. So I stayed with them my sophomore year of college, the summer after my sophomore year. And I had never even thought of eating organic, or, you know, I just never thought in that mindset because I was raised, you know, in a house where we ate anything. Like, we ate what my mom bought from the store, and what she bought from the store was what she thought was safe for us. So now that I'm older and more mature, you know, I saw that for the first time and was like, man, that's... Then I really started thinking for myself and researching genetically modified organisms and why you should go organic and chemicals in your food and all this. So, you know, with her influence on food, and she uses clean household products and clean toothpaste and clean shampoo and conditioner, so that kind of helped me to transition into that side of it. But I really never thought about my makeup or skincare, I'm not sure why, until probably almost a year ago, I guess. I was using Bare Minerals and I kept having like textured areas on my skin, and I tried a couple of the Too Faced foundations and I tried some MAC stuff, and they all seemed to leave that texture on my skin, especially on my forehead. Like, I would get just clogged pores. And I realized that it was from some of the ingredients within these. Mostly silicone for me is a big trigger, and talc. So those were two that I knew I needed to avoid. So then I was like, well, if I've been like eating organic and using clean shampoo and clean toothpaste, like, why don't I look into finding organic makeup? And I didn't think there were really this many brands out there, but I've been blown away by how many brands there are and how well performing they are. I think it's really incredible, and it's super exciting. So yeah, that's kind of the roundabout answer of how it started for me. So I kind of just fell into it, I guess you could say. Alright, 2. What was the first thing to go, ingredient or product? So my number one thing that I first wanted to replace was foundation. So I tossed out my Bare Minerals stuff. I gave away some of my stuff, and basically mostly started from scratch. So I placed a big order. 100% Pure is one of the first brands that I found. And I saw a couple YouTubers use them. I read a couple blogs about the foundation and decided to give it a try because they have a return policy. If you're not satisfied, you can return it 100%. They don't ask any questions. So for me, that's why I chose them. So I tried their foundation, and I ordered a couple other things from them first. I can't even remember now, it's been so long. But for me, foundation was the first makeup thing to go. Prior to that, you know, I was using a Green Beauty shampoo and conditioner already. I was using Aubrey Organics. Just because I was living in this household, you know, I just kind of adapted and started buying those things on my own. But as far as true Green Beauty, to me that means makeup and skincare. Foundation was definitely the first thing to go. What are you, or what did you struggle with to let go of? Probably mascara. That's been a huge thing for me, is finding mascara that doesn't smudge, that actually performs well. I still haven't found one that's waterproof, so if you guys know any, please let me know. But so far my top two have been the New Evolution and the Hint Beauty mascara. And it took a while for me to transition to mascara. I was using my Benefit Roller Lash and my Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced and was like die hard for those. So I think that was the hardest thing for me to let go of. 4, what has been your best find? That's kind of a hard one. I would have to say my favorite product of anything that I own is probably my Antonym blushes. The Antonym Big blushes are everything. They're just, I don't know, they're incredible. I think they're better than any blush I've ever tried in my life, like conventional or toxic or out of any blush I've ever tried. The Antonym Big Blush is by far my favorite product and my best find in green beauty. What has been the worst thing about going green, and what has been the hardest to transition or find an adequate green replacement of? So I already mentioned that the mascara was kind of hard to replace. I think for me the worst thing about going green is that I thought, you know, going into this, that finding non-toxic products, my skin would clear up and I wouldn't have any issues. Like, it's like, oh, I'm taking most of the chemicals out that are harmful and irritants, so my skin should be great. It should look fine, look better than it does using conventional brands. Well, that wasn't the case. As you guys know, as you may or may not know, I'm sensitive to coconut oil, and so many green beauty brands use coconut oil in their foundations especially, so for me that's been a little disappointing that so many products use coconut oil, but I have found some great foundations that don't have it, including the 100% Pure, the New Evolution, the Sappho Organics. I want to try the Gressa Skin because I've heard great things about that, but that's just one thing that kind of was the hardest for me because so many things include coconut oil. Like, I can use lipsticks and blushes and everything fine, but a foundation, I cannot use one with coconut oil, and that eliminates a lot of them for me. So that was kind of sad. And another green beauty, so most hair care has been pretty hard for me. Shampoo and conditioner wasn't too hard. I used the Acure, and I've used Aubrey Organics, and I want to purchase the Andalou Naturals next. But I think like hair, like curling products and hairspray and leave-in conditioner, like those have been really hard for me to find. So, and number 6, anything else to add? Any tips or tricks to pass on? I would just say sample, 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 and sample as long as you can. Like, make the sample last as long as you can, because for you to truly get a feel for how your skin's going to react, I think you need more than, you know, 2 days. You need a couple days, like I would say 4 to 5 days to a week or more at least. I just remembered one of my best finds has been Moss Skincare. I can't believe I forgot that. I didn't even think about skincare, but Moss Skincare has been such an amazing find for me. The whole line is just incredible. And if you guys need a spot treatment, Zen Physic is amazing. I had a huge bump in my video on this past Tuesday on my video, and it's already gotten so much smaller. I know you guys can see that. That's a huge difference. So it was like a crater in my video on Tuesday. I was like almost embarrassed to post a video. I'm like, it's like sticking out like this much. That's all you can see is my freaking acne on my face, and you're supposed to be looking at lipstick demos. But it's amazing. So that is definitely a huge find that has been something that I've loved. But back to that question, I would just say sample, and don't let, you know, I posted a picture of Burt's Bees lipstick and got negative feedback on Instagram, and like, I understand that company is owned by Clorox now, and I understand people's feelings about the use of beeswax and all this other stuff, but it's like, that's my personal choice to use it. So if I think the ingredients are okay, and that's something that I was willing to purchase and use on myself, there should be no negative feedback from anyone else about that. So like just in general, I think when anybody transitions, you're not just automatically gonna be 100% free of toxins, but like you can still use whatever product you feel comfortable with. Like there are different sides to the spectrum. There's the complete purists, and then there's in between, and then there's ones who use, you know, maybe half and half or whatever the case may be. But I just don't let anybody, you know, be negative or try to affect your journey, because it's your own individual journey. It's no one else's. So I think that's a big thing. Is that sometimes people look down like, oh, she's still using Too Faced mascara and she's got a green beauty channel, or like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but feel comfortable with whatever you're using. Like, you don't have to, you know, if you threw out everything tomorrow that you owned and bought new stuff, great, but a lot of people can't do that. So I think it's important just to support each other and support your own research and yourself in this journey. So that's all I have to say about that. That was kind of a ramble, but it just frustrates me a little bit that people are so negative sometimes. So I think that's where all that came from. But that is my going green tag, you guys, and I have tagged some lovely ladies below. If I missed anyone, or if you just want to do it, feel free to, because I was probably going to do it anyways, but Keri tagged me, so thank you, Keri. And I'll be seeing you guys again very soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to be posting a video next Friday, because I'm actually going to be out of town. I'm going to Colorado to visit my brother, so I will be posting next Tuesday, but next Friday I may not be around, so I'm sorry about that in advance, but I'll let you guys know, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.